These museums were put in a hard spot financially after having to shut down last year due to the pandemic, and they are still looking for support from the community. St. Joseph residents came out and lined the streets about an hour before the parade started, and despite the rain and the bad weather, they were all huddled up with their umbrellas and still wearing their green. While snow in late April might not seem like the most common thing, it's also not completely unheard of. Those out treating the roads for today said that today was just a regular day on the job. And while a few inches of snow might seem pretty insignificant, it does affect local businesses who depend on the nicer weather. After business boomed last summer for greenhouses during the pandemic, many local growers are expecting to see an increase in customers this year as well. And with more people expected to shop this season, greenhouse workers say it's about time to start planting. Just this week, the CDC extended the federal eviction moratorium, meaning that renters will not be able to be evicted due to missed payments through at least the end of June. Both Community Action Partnership and Housing Authority say that St. Joseph is a community that attempts to combat its large homeless population. And even without the eviction moratorium, they say there are many organizations who already had programs or funds in place to help renters during this time. Temperatures were below freezing for Senior Day here at Missouri Western as the Griffins recognized 16 seniors before hosting Lindenwood for their final regular season game. I'm out here at Spratt Stadium where the Griffins are about to take on their rivals Northwest Bearcats. It's the home opener of Missouri Western football's 50th season and the atmosphere is already electric, but wouldn't expect anything less. With this loss, the Griffins start their season 0-1 after falling to rival Northwest. Their next game will take place at Fort Hays this Thursday.
Welcome to Griffin Update Sports. I'm Jake Michael.
And I'm Morgan Doyle. This past week in Missouri Western sports, women's soccer had a 1-0 win over Missouri Southern and a 2-0 win over rival Northwest for the team's third straight win. And I mean, as a member of the track team myself, I agree with everything you just said. The atmosphere seems to be pretty good. He's been there with us since the start of the program, so I think it'll be a good thing for this team. Yep. Welcome back. Chris is with us again to talk about, you guessed it, the World Series. Now, guys, were you expecting Nationals and Astros? I know we were all kind of thinking Astros or Yankees on the American League side, but were you surprised by the Nationals at all? This is definitely going to be a pitching duel, and then Astros have one of, if not the best offense. So talk about that a little bit and how you think those two teams are going to compare.
The 35th annual St. Patrick's Day Parade rolled through downtown St. Joseph earlier this afternoon. Our own reporter Morgan Doyle was there and tells us how it went.
St. Joseph residents came out and lined the streets about an hour before the parade started. And despite the rain and the bad weather, they were all huddled up with their umbrellas and still wearing their green. Sean Mullins and his family are some of the people who showed up early to get their spot, and he said this is something that they've done together for years.
It's our family tradition now. We just all get bundled up and come out, and we enjoy it. Watch the finish of the race and then the floats. It's tradition.
This year's Grand Marshal of the parade were local frontline heroes. And after a tough year, St. Joseph residents say they were happy to see the city come together today.
Everybody that comes out, support the town. I mean, we needed this. It's been a year. Everybody's been cooped up. We need some time to get out, celebrate, see everybody. Great to catch up with friends that I haven't seen in a while. It's just a good time, and the town really needed it.
And no amount of rain was going to stop the kids in town from seeing the floats and getting their candy.
I always didn't know it would be raining. Yeah, I'm actually happy it's kind of rainy because I do really like the rain.
I still wanted to come.
The annual St. Patrick's Day Parade is put on every year by the Ancient Order of Hibernians, but today, all parade goers were Irish.
Oh, 100% today.
All the way, 100%.
Everybody out here is my friend. We're all Irish today.
Reporting for News Press Now, I'm Morgan Doyle.